Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium. You walk in this place, you can feel the echoes. So many epic moments have unfolded on this field. And today, the Fighting Irish hoping to reawaken that in this big contest. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 5th-ranked team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Trojans will kick this deep to start us off. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. It's a draw to the back. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
I like how the offensive coordinator here is getting pretty creative. The defense is obviously expecting a pass, so he decides to catch him off guard and goes with the draw play. Going to have to be more aware of that going forward.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? And now the running back's got it again. He's brought down out at the 46.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills and summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked.
Gosh, I just love to watch this defense fly around. Great job here on third down. Look at it. You're on the road. Things are going against you early in the game, and you block all of that out, and you're running around with confidence making plays.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And the punt will just bounce out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. He'll hand it off. They'll tackle him at the 27.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
That's a first down for USC's offense. Nice job up front and an outstanding run here by this running back. What great tradition that USC has at running the football and having great backs. And it's beautiful to see another good one here today.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping and doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Looking for the wide out. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball. And remember, the last time these rivals met, Kurt, these guys dropped the hammer. It got ugly.
And, Chris, don't underestimate the mental anguish that can put on a team. It's important that this defense plays well and tries to get the ball back to their own offense.
Catch made all the way down inside the 35. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, SC. And, Kirk, how important is that to get off to a positive start, to draw first blood in a rivalry game like this?
Well, Chris, as you know, in a rivalry game, there's so much emotion. So to be able to put a touchdown on the board first just sets the tone for a big day.
PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll just take a knee, drive to start at the 25-yard line. Notre Dame offense back onto the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
That short completion sets up a third down play. And they'll use the ground game here. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
The sack by the defense forces fourth down and a punt. And this punt heads toward the sideline. Doesn't travel very far. And the punt goes out of bounds. The officials now will mark the spot. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Pressure is coming. Just gets it away, taking a shot. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
So here's the first play of the drive now that began at the 41. They're going to run it. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, USC 7, Notre Dame 0.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Can he make it to the marker? And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Man, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
They'll kick it away here.
The return is brought down at the 23, and the USC offense will take over. First and 10.
And the Trojans offense is back out on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Incompletion sets up a second down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. That's a nasty move. Now he's got room to run. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down. The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Makes a quick grab. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Boy, just a great throw and outstanding accuracy by this USC quarterback. We always know over the years that SC has as much history as anybody at this quarterback spot, and sure is living up to that right now.
Looking to throw again. Going for a big play downfield. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
So second down after the incompletion. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Can he make it? Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. Well, Kirk, we knew this guy was a dangerous returner. Took the football and just knifed through that coverage team.
You know, a lot of times we talk about vision. Usually we're talking about running backs trying to find a lane. But returners need to have that as well. And you saw how great vision allows this returner to kind of weave his way through the defenders for a touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the USC offense is back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the market.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Quick throw caught on the left side. Enough for a first down at the 37.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
First and 10 now for the offense. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Receiver makes the catch. And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. Shotgun, empty backfield on second and inches.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did.
It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. He's got some room and some blockers here. He steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
The junior able to bring him down quickly. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Here comes a handoff. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. And now from the pistol formation. Ball handed off. He's stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
The offense has a big play here, but they really put themselves in a hole on first and second down. That's why they've needed to try to play catch-up. They get some great yards there on third down, but it's still fourth down. Can they pick up the first?
And that is no good. And this game remains tied in the second quarter.
It's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead he shanks it.
And here comes the USC offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down. First down and 10 now. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid gain.
The gain makes it second and medium. Catch hauled in here over the middle. You'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contained, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere, just textbook.
Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Southern California.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. It's a short return to make the tackle at the 25, but what a play for this defense.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, USC.
About 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. It'll be 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to make a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So following the quick lightning strike, they're set up here 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. So that offensive penalty will be declined, but the defense, they're happy to take the result of that play. And first down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for a deep completion. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. It's going to cost himself a game.
So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Tackle after the pick, and then he'll do it for the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
21, Notre Dame, 7.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half.
Set to kick this one away.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. What an electric play. Suddenly, they move into scoring position down to the 24.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Off the play fake on first down. Quick throw to his receiver, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Second down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if and the junior able to get home with the sack.
That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Second and long from the 14. And he'll set up to throw. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
On the handoff, they'll test the right side here.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Tailback with another carry. Not much on that play, brought down short. So now it's 3rd and short from the 21 as this defense tries to make a stand and force a field goal attempt or a 4th down stop. Cut quickly. They stop him, but it's a first down.
With this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And the Trojans have 1st and 10 here. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They'll try the option play here. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7. Here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And it's no good. He missed it. Off the miss, the lead is still 14, a 2-possession game.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. That poor kicker.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Second down coming up.
They go backwards on 1st down, so it's 2nd and long from the 19. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's hard running there through a tackle.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, USC. For the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Running with purpose.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure. Just got it away.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. The gain is good enough for a first down near the 38.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and there's just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or
looking to throw it deep. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Not just the pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his second interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
And that's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, USC 28, Notre Dame 7.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Lets it fly to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long. Over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
But this one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. The quarterback keeps it on the option. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
This is a nice job by this defense. They saw option, and actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. The defense will wrap him up after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
And the Trojans will come to the line on 4th down, hoping to keep this drive going. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Great cut there. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, and no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Hey, it's a great job of running the football. It's the right idea, but the back's got to stay in bounds, because remember, with the new rule in college football, the clock still stops momentarily until the referee sets the play clock for the next play, and then it'll start again. So stay in bounds and work that clock.
Fires it to the wideout. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Tackled after a short return to the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. It's a short completion at the tight end. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he's got it down inside the 20. It's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. They've suddenly become a threat to score. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the single back takes the handoff. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional. I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. It's an out route. The catch made. They make the stop just short of the 1st. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the 1st down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
Well, a field goal here does them no good, so the offense stays on the field. They'll go for it.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the 1st down line. Just punch it in and pick up a 1st down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
Man, I love this. Chris, I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back, but here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And then, you know what? Who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. That one sails out of the back of the end zone at the touchback. And the USC offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Airing this one out toward the sideline. It's caught on the left side for a huge gain. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, SC.
Well, if you're going to give it to him, he's going to take it. That's his 3rd touchdown today against this defense. Whether they play zone or they play man, he's finding ways to win matchups and get the ball to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass finds the tight end. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30. He's into the end zone, but there is a marker on the play. Let's check that out. So that huge scoring play is wiped away by the penalty. Potentially a monumental call in this game. A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Running back grabs it on a screen. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the 1st down.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Took contact on the throw. This one falls incomplete, and the defense makes a 4th down stop.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the 2nd half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He's hit just before the throw, and it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
But I love how this defensive coordinator knows how to get after this quarterback. This guy is dangerous when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator understands that. That's why he's trying to hurry up the process. They get pressure on him here, actually hit him as he's throwing this football.
They convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. And he'll drop back here on third down. Grab made by the tight end. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a first and goal.
And I love that big target on third down. He's got great athletic ability, but it's his size that creates such a matchup advantage. And when you get to third down, just put it up in the air and let him come down with it.
And the Trojans come to the line with first and goal. Touchdown, Southern California. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
Notre Dame, 14.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense in maintaining the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the quarterback dropping back. And there's a deep throw with the clock winding down. There's another interception. We're losing track.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Let's be honest, all wins are not equal. You go in there and hammer your rival. You get bragging rights. That's sweet, man.
Yeah, this one is a little bit different. I mean, this is a game you anticipate, you look forward to the entire offseason. You're thinking about it. Now you get a big win against your rival. You're riding that high much longer than your standard win.